Isn't it so funny when you think about it that everything men want and need comes from women? Intimacy, emotional labor, a legacy, social status. Literally every single thing that men aspire for, want, comes from women. Ladies, listen up. You are the table, okay? The only thing that most of them can offer us is money, and they're not even trying to give that up.
I don't have a problem giving up money for services, okay? We've already established what you are. Now we're haggling over the price and shit, okay? Right? You're gonna get only what you're worth. Right? It's a goddamn shame. Right? But that's the way it is and down here in the flea market and shit where you sell your body. Okay? I'm sorry that we wanted you guys to have some true standards and some true integrity, some true organic femininity and shit. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry you were miseducated and given these this evil ass mindset and shit. I have to say, this selfish, self-absorbed to a fault, childish mindset and shit. Okay, I'm sorry about that. But your grandmother and your mother, they the ones that taught you this bullshit. Okay, you can't really just blame it on your phone and propaganda and shit. Okay, you are open to it. This shit is in your house. Someone's teaching you that, and who is the first teacher of the child? It's the goddamn mother and shit, because you start off in a womb and shit. You talk about everything that you offer and shit, and you bring up the word legacy and shit. But you guys make the choice. Now you make the choice. I'm tired of seeing this shit. Right? You choose the legacy, and who do you give legacy to and shit? People like yourself. People like yourself. I get tired of hearing this shit, man. You guys will never stop, okay? The pushback must continue. I feel like fucking Prometheus and shit. That goddamn, every time I make a goddamn video, you know, feel like I'm chained to the rock of eternity and shit. And that goddamn vulture's come to eat my liver up and shit, and the shit grow back every fucking day and shit. We gotta do the pushback. You guys have the decades long head start. Yeah, at least 2 decades on this talking shit, talking in the mainstream. They're just doing things to undermine us and shit. You created this underclass, these less than stellar men that you complain about. And you're a youngster and shit. And don't think I didn't hear your accent, okay? Don't think I didn't hear your accent, okay? Not calling you an outsider or nothing, but don't think I didn't pick up on that. You're an idiot, okay? And if you're gonna talk like that and shit, we're gonna have a whole body shot and shit. It's not me being sexist and whatnot. It's just going to the grocery store down here in the free market and shit. Your peace sleeve is found in the Aldi's, okay? Like in the Aldi's, or the corner store and shit, a Korean liquor store at the corner. If I choose to go in there and put my life in danger. Hmm? All right, we've established what you are. Now we're haggling over the price. Everything you offer is secondhand. Okay? Who buys a sandwich that someone took a bite out of? Right? And nobody's judging. Okay, nobody's judging this shit. It just ain't made for this stuff. You guys make a big deal about your womb and how you can give life. Even that bum Steve Harvey talks about, oh, somebody can make another you and shit. Alright? You ain't built for that. That's supposed to be something sacred. Did you ever think about that? How come it's been decades of birth control and everything? You got double digits of over 17 different forms of birth control, but you guys still talking about somebody making a baby's daddy. But we can't ask that question because we're men, and you thumb your nose at us and shit because that's what you were taught. That's what you saw demonstrated in your household, and then you sat up and bitched because you was living a good times lifestyle. Yeah, like that show Good Times. You guys wanted to live that shit. You wanted to be in perpetual drama and shit. You hate you hate the oversight. You don't want any checks and balances from a man. All right? That's why you're crazy. And that's why you're going to be sitting up in your bed lonely at some point, shit, wondering where your nigga is and shit. Why don't I get to have a happy ending? Because you traded it in for 3 pieces of silver. Your mother and your grandmother and the lady that came before that, they all sold your soul and shit generations before you were born with this bullshit. Not a one. It boggles the mind that not a one black woman decided to put their foot up Gloria Steinem's ass and that black bootlick who's dead now, thankfully. No one has this. No one, not one of you back in the day, put their foot up that her ass, her white ass, when she came down here talking to you. You know, a married woman talking shit, telling you what's what, and how to live, and how to kick your men out the house, and how do you be surrogate men and shit. And then generations later, we got a generation of studs that don't even like being with you. It's ridiculous, right? Then yeah, I got to hear this shit. You know, I posit that we take a whole group of you, take about 50 to 100 of the women with your mindset against, they don't have no say in the matter. Take a bunch of you motherfuckers to an island and give you everything you need, everything, every raw material that you need to start your own female-based society where your claims will be valid. All right, I get tired of I'm making this fucking video because we always see the brothers commenting on this shit like the armchair psychologists and all that crap. And I say fuck all that shit, but I do endorse the pushback. We have to do the pushback and shit. Now your egregious, narcissistic, misandrous, and sexist behavior has given men in 2023 the same mindset that black women had in the mid 80s when Oprah took your hatred mainstream and shit and made it a product of the minority majority users to beat us about the head like a club. It's a goddamn shame. All right, it's a goddamn shame. You young girls don't know nothing about shit. You're gonna end up pregnant with some Pookie's baby, and you're gonna be sitting up here bitter baby mama talking shit. You don't have no sense of nurture in you. The women used to teach each other how to take care of the household and do things and shit. That's a lost fucking art. Most men are adept at taking care of themselves. They don't fucking need you. They can use their goddamn right hand. Since you talk about your valuable peace leave, you are the table and shit. You're a picnic table that's with half-eaten food on it. There flies in that shit. And who wants to eat that? Who wants to go to a table where somebody already had a feast? You talk about your vagina all the time. It loses its value when somebody sticks a pin cushion, okay? Loses its fucking value. I'm not shitting on you. You want to be a modern woman? Be a modern woman. But we already established what you are. Now we're just haggling over the price.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.